we want to concentrate on the positive things. Again, our future is a joint future in the European Union, and this should be our real goal, and there we should really concentrate and put all our efforts. And if I may say a few more words on that, why we believe so much in our common future within the European Union. Let me remind you that it was again Greece back in 2003 when Greece exercised the presidency in the European Union, when we took a decision within the European Union, all the EU member states, about the European perspective of the countries of the Western Balkans. The famous, if I may say so, Thessaloniki agenda. This was a key moment for the European Union and its relations with the Balkans. It was the moment when the European Union really gave a clear perspective, a clear European perspective for the whole region, also for your country. Again now, Greece and the new Greek government, the Greek Prime Minister, Yorgos Papandreou, has come out with a new initiative, with a new proposal, the so-called, what we call the Agenda 2014, which says that we need to give again, 7 years after we started this policy, again we have to remind everybody, also the European Union, that the Balkans, the countries of the Western Balkans, have a clear European perspective. Again, by this initiative by Greece, everybody in the European Union is talking again in a serious manner about the Balkans and their European perspective. And this is very important. And may I take this opportunity also to explain in a few words what this idea of the Agenda 2014 is about. Because it is very important for me also, for your country and the people of your country, to understand the Greek thinking behind this. Because Agenda 2014 is nothing else but talking about, again, a new peace project, talking about good neighborly relations within all the countries, amongst all the countries of the Western Balkans. We say 2014 is 100 years after the beginning of the First World War, which started in Sarajevo, which one can say is something like the root for many of the open conflicts we see in the region of the Balkans. And we say that 100 years after that, this cycle, if you want, of violence in the Balkans can end, and the European Union can play a huge role in that by saying, yes, we want to see the countries of the Western Balkans to become members of the European Union. So I'm saying all this in order to make everybody understand that when Greece is talking about the European perspective of the countries of the Balkans and also about the European perspective of your country, that this is a very sincere statement. This is a very sincere approach, that Greece has no hidden agenda, that what we say about Europe and the Western Balkans, Europe and your country, is something that Greece, that we very much believe in.
The Greek rhetoric regarding the Macedonian membership in the European Union and NATO is very much recognizable. your wish and support that Macedonia should become a part of those institutions, of those families. Why it was never proved and demonstrated as goodwill and good, friendly, neighborly relations, not to put blockades on that way, to give a green light Macedonia to become a member of the European Union and NATO under that provisional name, FYROM?
Again, let me emphasize that we are focusing, we want to concentrate on a real final settlement solution of this issue that is standing between our two countries. And let me also emphasize that both NATO and the European Union as organizations, they have taken these decisions by so-called consensus. It is decisions by all the member states of these two organizations. And these organizations are also acting under the principle of solidarity. And this is a very important word also for the European Union. And what the two organizations have said is that we are looking forward to welcoming your country to become member, but we have first to solve this issue that stands between us. We have to solve the name issue. And again, this is why we want to concentrate on that. And let me tell you also another thing about the European Union, because everybody is talking only about deciding upon a date for opening accession negotiations with your country. Believe me, this is not the difficult thing. As soon as we have settled the name issue, everything will go very fast, very quickly. The real difficult thing is then the accession negotiations themselves. You will have to negotiate, as every other candidate in the past, 31 chapters, as we say. These are very difficult, thorny negotiations. And during those negotiations, your country will need real friends, real partners to rely on. And what I can tell you, in all honesty, is that as soon as we have found an agreement on the name issue, and as soon as we start accession negotiations, Greece will and can be this true friend and partner